very simple hip opener today. You can come to your mat and make sure you have either a nice, soft, cushy mat like my Tone by Bagdon mat, or you put your knee pad underneath you. You can also double up a towel. Use what you got, but also get good things. So we're going to come to tabletop position. Shoulder stacks on top of the wrist, hip stacks on top of the knee. Hands and knees are on railroad tracks. Your fingertips reach forward and your toes reach back. Gaze down right between the hands. Now, if this feels like a lot of weight on the wrists, you don't like it, it's uncomfortable, you can come down to the forearms. That might be an easier space for you to hold yourself up. But it may not be comfortable because we've got to lift up that back leg. So really try to make the decision for yourself what makes sense. And if you need a support or a bolster, something under you to support the chest, you can do that as well. Inhale here. I'm going to press the floor away. Exhale, make sure you wrap those elbows in. We're thinking spider fingers here if you're on your hands, a little sponginess to absorb the impact of your movement. Exhale, belly button pulls into the spine. Feel the core engage. We're going to inhale, right leg goes up and back 90 degrees and start to make circles. Lubricate that hip joint. Stir that pot. This might feel like just work because you haven't done it in a while, or a motion like this in a while, or it might really be painful. I'm sorry. Take a second, give yourself smaller circles, give yourself whatever adjustments you need to here, but make the circles change direction in your circles, roll the opposite way. Let me tell you why this way is harder. I didn't give you a direction to go, right? I didn't tell you to make circles right or left, so you chose. And when you chose the one that felt better, the one that was stronger. That's just how the brain works. And by now, yeah, kind of tired of doing this. Let's bring that right leg down. Windshield wiper the hips. Realize that my right hip probably never met my left hip the way this feels right now. Come back to some stillness. Option to take a pause here. Shake out the wrists and reset. I'm going to keep going. If you need to pause, just hit pause for a second. From here, opposite side. You can still be on your forearms if that's what works for you. Inhale, left leg goes up and back. Still think 90 degrees, right? Shoulder, hip, knee, all the same height. We stay stacked on the right side. And we make circles. Stir that pot with the left knee. Lubricate the hip joint here. You might hear some clicking, crunching. That's all right. Change direction in your circles. Roll the opposite way. Yep, you might feel the core now. You might feel the work in the arms and the shoulders now because you're holding your weight up. It's all good. Exhale. Left knee comes down. Come to some stillness. Windshield wiper the hips one more time. Option to come to a child's pose. Set those knees wide. Big toes come in towards each other. Maybe they touch. Sink the hips back. And then walk it on down to the mat. Let the chest and the forehead melt into the mat. Reach the hands forward for your extended child's pose. An option to not come to child's pose and you can be done. Just 3 more breaths here. Lengthen through the spine. Think about sinking into the hips. Option to take the arms around the back or maybe behind the spine. Interlace the fingers into a fist and stretch the shoulders up. Do what feels good for you here. And when you're ready, find your way to a nice comfortable seat. I hope that was helpful. I hope your body feels good. If you're looking for longer classes or more examples, you can follow the links. They're all down below. I teach live every week. I teach retreats in person. We are going to Thailand and Bali next year. I would love for you to be there. If you are ready to work with me one-on-one, I teach private yoga sessions and coaching. So if you are working on your confidence and you feel like you need to make some changes in your life, I'd love to work with you on those.